Hey everybody, how are you? This is Allison Solar, your kitchen and bath design educator and design specialist. So anyway, figured I'd just jump on here live. If you know anything about me, you know I've been in the kitchen and bathroom business for over 30 years. And my career has taken a long span and I've got lots of experience under my belt. Anyway, I wanted to share with you a couple of things. Number one, I've been judging the Kitchen and Bath Design Academy, okay? And number two, if you don't know the codes and the guidelines for bathrooms and kitchens, don't do a kitchen. If you're going to do a kitchen plan, then do some research because there are clearances, there are guidelines, there is logic. Makes sense. It's so logical. It's not it's not hard to figure this stuff out. But when I'm seeing walkways at 36 inches and areas with stools behind a refrigerator that open up, I don't really care how good your kitchen looks if you don't have the proper clearances. Because if you took an NKBA class and you wanted to become certified, you would fail. That wouldn't even pass muster. Okay. So you got to know the minimum guidelines. Okay. When you have a walkway, the minimum was 42. Now it's 48. Okay. So when you have a countertop and another countertop, unless you're in Manhattan or else in your Boston, you're going to have a 48-inch walkway. Okay. You don't make a 60-inch walkway between two countertops. That's a little bit too far. 48 is the sweet spot. 54 is the sweet spot. So I don't understand how, with all this information out there, that people are taking on kitchen projects and bathroom projects without the proper information. It's all over the internet. There's lots of places you can learn. So when you are designing a kitchen, like I always say, forget the finishes. Don't even worry about that. Worry about people walking around the space. Worry about taking things hot out of the oven, cold out of the freezer. How many times have you taken something out of the microwave and been like, ah, and had to drop it so fast? If there's nowhere to drop it to, if I've got to take more than 2 steps, that's 2 seconds longer than necessary. Okay. So there's nothing worse to me and a pet peeve of mine than poor design. If it doesn't meet guidelines, then it doesn't pass muster. Keep that in mind. And if you're going to do anything, invest in the National Kitchen and Bath Association book. Okay. I don't really like this book. I like the old book, but that's the minimum. This is the minimum that you need to do. Okay. If you decide to design a kitchen and design a bathroom, you make sure you go and get this planning guide. Okay. Get this little guide. It has drawings, it has clearances, it has references, and it'll tell you exactly what you are supposed to be doing. If you don't want to take my course and you think you know everything, I'm sorry, but maybe you don't. And we all don't know everything. That's impossible to know everything. It's just like, please. And another quick thing, I have to get this on here. A designer said, one of the other groups, and she says, what do I do for a client that doesn't want to pay for their cabinetry upon delivery, that they're holding back the money from the cabinetry? The minute they're holding back the last payments, they're not paying, they're holding back deposits, they're holding back. One of the things that I learned early on in my career from a sales course, selling, okay? How to sell. Selling is psychological. Okay, how to get somebody to buy something, how to get somebody, talk somebody into something. If you could design something so beautiful, but you can't sell it to the client and you lose control over the project, then you might as well just close the doors and go home. Your policies keep you in business. And you know what? The was a really good example about this salesperson said how he takes control of the situation from the minute he makes the appointment with them. He said something like, okay, the customer says, you try and be accommodating and you go, oh, yes, I'm available Monday, Tuesday at this hour, Wednesday, Friday at that hour. And if the customer says, well, I can do it 4 o'clock, then you say to them, well, I can't do 4 o'clock, but I can do 4:15. You're getting the customer to compromise and go your way. Okay. You're getting them to give in to you. So you're taking control of the very first meeting without the clients even knowing that you're taking control of the first meeting, all because you said, I cannot make that time, but I can make this time, or this works better for me. And just the way that you verbalize things, the way that you say things. And when it comes to deposits and when it comes to your money, you dictate how you're getting your money. If you leave the money on the table, the customer has the power and you don't have the power anymore. The minute that customer owes you $5,000, you're at the customer's mercy. Now who's in control? Okay, you'll do everything you can to get back $5,000. Or 3,000 or 500. You will not want to lose your money. And then you're begging for your money. And then if they don't give you your money, you have to go to court. That's why we have contracts. That's why we have payment schedules. You do not allow the customer to deviate from your payment schedule. And if they want to hold back the money, just say, well, I'm sorry, I don't work like that. You'll have to find a company that does work like that. Because the minute that customer takes advantage of you, like I said in the post, you might as well just lay down on the floor right now and put a carpet on top of you so at least you don't get so hurt when the customer walks all over you. Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to walk all over you. It's human nature, okay? And designers and women in general tend to want to be pleasing. So we always, and if you're any kind of service industry, we all want to make them happy. But you have to say, if I'm in my business, I'm in my own business, I have to make you happy. I got to make money. I am the boss, not the client. Okay. Because, and I also do not leave 10% as the last payment. I will leave 1%, I will leave 5%, but I learned, do not leave 10% as your last payment because you will be negotiating that last 10%. I owe you $1,500, but you know what? I feel like I had to wait too long, and I feel that I was inconvenienced because you delayed the project. Oh, really? Oh, really, Mrs. Smith? You feel now at that point, usually if they're complaining, like, who could give a crap? I am tired at this point. I just want my money. I mean, I've gotten to the point where I said, you know what? What do you think that you owe me? Right? What do you think you owe me? Let them, it's just people in general are going to try and screw you. If it's for free, it's for me. I'm going to always ask. I'll ask, can I get that for free? What's the worst that they could say to you? No. So you know what? What's the worst that you could say to your customer? No, I don't work like that. All right. You said no. Let them walk away. If they don't take that, then you don't want to work with them because you're not in control. So you got to keep in control from the minute you take the appointment, and don't ever let anybody dictate to you about how you're getting your payment schedule. At this point, you should all be knowing that your payment schedule makes you be able to pay your bills. You're in this for the money. You're not in it just for the love. You're in it for the money. And even if you love it, there's nothing better than getting paid because you love it. And when you get the money, that feels good inside. It's the same reason why I did free consultations. Go for the free consultation. Go for the free. Yes, I offer a free consultation. It's such a waste of time. You think I'm going to tell the customer anything good, like useful? I'm trying to get them to like me. That's all an initial consultation is. I'm trying to get them to think that I have good ideas. Oh, I have good ideas. Oh, I think you should like me. No. If you're going to do a consultation, you get paid for your time. And you let the customer know, I get paid for my time, but I will be happy to leave you with all my notes, with any information that I give you, because I've gotten paid for it. So as long as I got paid $500, I'll tell you where you can go for your granite, because I've learned not everybody's going to hire you on that initial consultation. Not everybody's going to want to work with you. It's a meet and greet. So go have a working session and get money, whether it's $100, whether it's $50, whatever it is. Get paid. It's a matter of respect. It shows respect. And if you lose control of the situation, if you lose control of your project, if you lose control of your payment schedule, if you lose control of your contractors, you will lose respect. Your client won't respect you. And when they don't respect you, they take advantage of you. And that is human nature. So do me a favor, and if you're going to design a kitchen, get this book, because I'm going to tell you right now, I did not let plans through because they did not follow the guidelines. And that is paramount when doing a kitchen. Walkways have minimums. There's clearances. There's space that needs to be filled. It's not cabinets. So buy this book or take my courses. My courses are great. If you don't feel like reading, for an hour, you get the PDFs, you get it's so much information. It's crazy not to get information. Another person saying, should I join an organization and network? Yes. Be with like-minded people, make some friends, socialize, get out there, see what's happening in the world, see what's happening in your business, what's happening in your local area. What do the other designers do? There's volunteer projects to get into. And what do I always say? What does Allison say? Smile. Go in there and smile. Hi, I'm Allison. Doesn't anybody want to talk to you? If you go, hi, I'm Allison, no one's going to want to talk to you. But if you go, hey, hi, how are you? Hi, I'm Allison. I'm a kitchen and bath designer. Nice to meet you. Is it hard? It's not hard. First time you do it, maybe it's hard. But just remember, everybody in that room started like that. Nobody's better than you. Maybe you think they're better than you, but everybody stop feeling bad about yourself. You're all fabulous, okay? Everybody who walks on this face of this earth and is breathing is an amazing human being, okay? And if you're an artist and if you're a designer, you've got an amazing brain, and go with that. Feel good. Just stop with the nonsense with these people and put them in their place. Don't be afraid to say, no, I don't work like that. That's not what I do. Because I've been taken advantage of way too many times, because I'm nice. And then I think, oh, I'm so nice. It'll come back. Karma will come back. I'll get some nice things. But in the meantime, I might have had to go through some BS. So please, everybody, charge your worth. Don't change your contract. Get the payment for special order product is up front. That's not negotiable. When I pay my vendor, I have to pay them for my product that I buy from them. Okay. And if I made 50% profit, I didn't make it 50% project. I had to write the order. I had to process the order. I had to pay the order. I had to accept a vendor bill. I had to issue a payment. I had to check it off in my QuickBooks. I had to make a note in the customer's file. I had to track that order all the way to receiving. So, you're making money for what your work you do. It's not glorified money like extra. It's what you're supposed to get. And special order items in this industry are paid in full. And another reason why you shouldn't be changing anything like that is because we all have to stick together and have the same methods, the similar business model, similar, not the same, but similar. And all special order items from every manufacturer in the whole entire world, if it's a special order item, you have to pay for it before it is delivered to you. Period. Don't change your contract and buy the design guideline book. Okay? I don't want to see 36-inch walkway. I don't want to see a bank of chairs with the refrigerators right behind them at only 42 inches. I don't want to see it. It's wrong. It's incorrect. Pisses me off. Shouldn't be. If you're going to do it, learn. That's what I did. They said, oh, Allison, you should be a designer. Well, if I was going to be a designer, you know what I did? I went to school. And then what I constantly do is I continue to learn. Always learning. Learn something new every day. Anyway, that's it. It's crazy when you see things and you're going like, really? Seriously? Serious? This is what you're putting in, you're showing me that you're a designer? Sorry, guys. Got to follow the guidelines, and you got to follow procedures, and you got to be staying in your lane, and you got to be strong. Okay. If you're in your business, you got to be strong. No bullshit. Okay. Everybody have a great day. Just so you know, I am nearing my retirement, and I am not going to keep on doing this. So this is probably my last year teaching, hosting, and everything. Yeah, I've done it, and I had my passion and all, and it's good, but all good things must come to an end. So anyhow, keep an eye out for everything I'm doing, because like that, nothing lasts forever, except that special order is all paid for in full before it comes to your house, period. And it's usually by a certified check. And don't put stuff on a credit card for your client. Otherwise, they can charge back. I wasn't happy with it. I wasn't satisfied with it. It didn't work out the way I thought it was going to be. That's why I don't deal with customers anymore. All right, guys. Enough of me. Take care. Have a great day.